Hi everyone, it's Lynne Hardey, Aging But Dangerous Travel Coordinator here. And I was talking to a friend the other day who was interested in going on one of our trips, and I asked her why she hadn't made her reservation yet. And she said, well, it's so far in advance, I just don't know. What if something happens? I just changed jobs. What if something comes up at work? Or, my mother's older, and what if something comes up with her? I'm just kind of waiting to see what will happen, and how I feel closer to the date. And I said, I've got an easy answer to you. First of all, you have to realize that if you don't book early, you're not going to get on a tour because they fill quickly. I was talking to our travel partners the other day. They already have 2,000 reservations for trips in 2020 that the people just say, I want to go to Egypt or the Panama Canal, whatever. And they put in their money to save a spot. They don't even know the date of the trip or where exactly it's going. That's how busy the travel business is. So I told her, you have to make your reservation, but get travel insurance. She didn't even know what that was. So I want to tell everybody what it is because I think it's terrific. When you make your reservation, or before you make your reservation, when you call the number on our flyer and you talk to our group coordinator there, ask them how much the insurance coverage costs from the travel company, because they provide an opportunity to get insurance for every trip. So find out how much it costs from them. Make sure that you ask for a quote that includes cancellation for any reason. That's the one that, before you step on the plane the day of the trip, you can decide you're not going and you'll get your money back from the insurance. So it costs a little more to have that, cancel for any reason. So make sure that you get the policy that's got that. Then what you do after you get the quote from them, you can go online and check other insurance companies. Now, not every insurance company writes travel insurance. The ones who do are special companies. And you can get comparison rates. I went out there the other day and compared 3 different companies just to see how much difference there is in the rates. So the one place I go is called insuremytrip.com. I'm going to put some more information in a blog so you'll have it and you can find that link there. But I really want you to think about this because I'm just thinking about the experiences that I've had. So I was in New Zealand a few years ago. I got bronchitis. I had to go to the doctor. I had to get inhalers. I had to get antibiotics. It was really awful. I spent probably $300 on medications down there, and that's pretty reasonable actually. But that was money, that I had to pay. And another time, a friend of mine's son was on his honeymoon, and he was doing something like, para skiing. So he's jumping off a cliff with water skis or something like that. And he hit rocks and he fractured his leg. He was just in terrible shape. He had to go to a clinic, then to the hospital. He had to have surgery there. He couldn't get on his plane that they had reservations for to go home. They had to book a later flight, and he had to wait until he could travel in first class. They couldn't afford to get an air-vac or a medevac to take him back to the U.S. because they didn't have any travel insurance, and they just didn't have the money for it. So he had to stay about a week before he could get on a plane to get home. Now that's an extreme situation, but things do happen. And the medical coverage, it covers you if you get sick, if you sprain your ankle, whatever it might be, and if something more serious happens. Also, if you're on your trip and something happens at home and you need to get home, and if you've got things that you paid for that you're not going to get to use, travel insurance helps cover that. So, here's the deal. You can book these trips early and not be afraid that you're going to be out thousands of dollars if you buy the travel insurance. So look at our partners offering for travel insurance and go online and do a comparison and get some travel insurance, because a lot of times the travel insurance has to be bought at or within 2 to 3 weeks of when you booked your trip. So don't miss out on doing that. Make sure you get the time in, okay? Check out my blog for a little more information. And if you have any questions, write to me at travel@agingbutdangerous.com or look on the flyer, call that group number. If you have a question about insurance, you can talk to our travel partners. They're very experienced, a lot of knowledge of that too. Okay? Thanks.